Alright, I'd like to give you a quick tour of our newest application, the Practice Center for iPad. Top left hand corner is a timing area with a stopwatch and a timer, countdown timer. Next section is the tempo area with the metronome set. It'll go all the way up to 280 beats per minute down to 30. Adjust it. Got some different patterns in it. You can set the number of beats per measure, as well as the rhythm that you like to play. Next over is a drum loop section with a rock beat. Three different versions: a funk beat, a swing, jazz waltz, salsa, the bossa nova. That's really good for making those boring scale exercises, or even an all-state etude for that matter, a little bit more interesting and spicy. There's also a practice mode section where you can set the number of beats per measure, the rhythm that you like it to play, and the number of measures that you like to iterate over. And we'll talk more about that one later on. Down below we have a tuning drone section where you can pick your octave, your pitch. We'll pick a D, and then the interval. Make a perfect fifth. What this does is it takes the root pitch and then gives you the interval using just intonation. So it's going to be a very good tuning exercise. We'll go over more of those later. Looks like we're about to run out of time, and that'd be our timer just went off. So we'll continue this later on, but very quickly there is an audio recording section as well as a video viewer and recorder. I'm going to give you a quick overview here of how you might use this in your morning routine. Say you get up in the morning, you got a 15-minute block, so you set your timer for 15 minutes to keep you focused on the task at hand. So I'll start my timer off, and I'll be running throughout the rest of this short video. I've already done some flexibility and such, so now I'm going to get into some scale work perhaps. We'll start off with the metronome, set at 110. And then moving on through the various patterns that you need to do. I might want to do some flexibility at some point after that. So I might want to come over and hit the drum loops, get a nice salsa beat going. Moving on down through the range, etc., whatever your flexibility routine is. Once I've finished with all the flexibility and the scale work and such, I may want to do some droning tuning exercises. Hit the drones a little bit, and so we've got one set up here for a D to an A. A D with a perfect fifth. I'm going to come in, play some minor scales perhaps. I made a recording of a portion of Roshu number 2, and this is the result. Now, of course, that was using the metronome setting, playing at the same time that I was recording. Now, just for grins, one of my favorite books is the Part 2 by Tom Irvin, and made it using the video portion, which you can also use to check your embouchure and such and see what's going on mechanically. I was able to play the recording I just made, and this is the result. Alright, my students, when they're ready for all state auditions and they get through the notes and rhythms and get the basic things happening, a lot of times they start to kind of dry out as we're getting close to the final push. So I'll bring out drum loops. Why not? It gives the students a little bit more interest, and frankly it's a little bit better than just the click, click, click. Might go something like this. And you get the idea. Again, this is the Practice Center at Cal30 iPhone Solutions. Thanks. Okay, on one of the previous videos I had promised to talk a little bit about the newest feature, which is the practice mode. I've zoomed in on the metronomic section of the app, and across the top you have metronome, drum loop, and then practice. What practice mode does is it gives you an extra column which tells you how many measures to cycle through. So let's say you have a piece of music that you're working up and it's in 4/4 time. We'll set it to 4 beats per measure, and the tempo is say 150, but you can't get it there, but you can say get it at 120. So you set your tempo at 120, and then you want to pulse just the eighth notes. That's fine. You start it off, what'll happen is it'll click off with, in this case, 4 clicks, and then it will start going through the pattern for 4 measures, stop for approximately 2 seconds, count off again, and it'll be 2 clicks faster. What this will allow you to do is to micro rehearse, take things down very slowly and then gradually working back up, which is a great way to work up technical passages so you can really learn them, not just play over them and not realize mistakes. And of course, as you continue through this process, the tempo will continue going up pretty much as far as the metronome will go, which is 280, but you can definitely see the benefit. So it's a great practice tool. It's a practice mode that has just been added, and hopefully it will be up and running by the time we get down to Columbus. Looking forward to seeing everybody. Thank you.